It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we're going to look here at All-Pro Davante Adams, author of an 1,100-yard season so far, and hoping to add more. It's the Lions and the Bears. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former 2nd overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 72 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bears go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Well, they're led out, CD, by the rookie out of Nevada, author of nearly 10,000 passing yards in only 3 seasons there. It's Carson Strong.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Off play action. Strong. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic. I feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
On first down, Strong. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards there for number 15.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Back to throw. Strong. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Brings up 2nd and goal. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7. 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Jason Sanders on the field goal. A 25-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mariota. Finding Bourne here over the middle. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Mariota. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On third down, Mariota. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Presley Harvin now. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 16 carries, 63 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
To throw on third down. Strong. Steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tressway on to punt the football. Fielded just inside the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Herbert. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Mariota on 1st down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. That's into the hands of Pascal.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A handoff for Herbert.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Mariota. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
Mariota now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Following the fumble recovery. Strong. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Gets around him. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mariota's throw pulled in by Tolbert.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field
And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Strong. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now Herbert to start the drive.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Mariota. Gets this in, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Strong. Dancing to his left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Carson Strong
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And from the end zone, here comes Herbert. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
They'll run here with Herbert. And he's going to have the first first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mariota.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. Now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And Pascal's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st down, Bears.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota again. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
1st down, Mariota. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Here's Mariota. Open man is born.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And this is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
To the air again, Mariota. Being chased out left.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Marcus Mariota. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Room here to run. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Folk's kick is good.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Strong. Hard throw. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend with the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. As they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
On 3rd down, Strong. Completes it to Austin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31.
To throw on 2nd down. Strong. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This is Herbert. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. On 3rd down, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out, get the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Strong. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Consistently on 3rd down. This well-designed play gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running it with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. To throw on 2nd down. Strong. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Strong. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Mariota.
Pass complete once again to Bourne.
95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Taken in by Pascal out left. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Now Herbert.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Mariota got the connection here to Bourne.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
To Kendrick Bourne. A gain of 9 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing is Mariota. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing, Mariota. And that is incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? great leg swing and bang that one through.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if
That-
I'm not
that
mistaken,
does,
correct?
that does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Anthony Hitchens brought him down. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Jacobs.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Slant to Adams. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Complete to Devontae Adams. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
Now a carry for Jacobs.
Bears 29-yard line.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Greg Dulcich
From 8 yards out.
and the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive, 12 plays in length. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And from the end zone, here comes Herbert. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Mariota rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he fields it cleanly. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Strong.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Strong. He hits Adams, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Strong.
He'll find Smith-Marset complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They run it with Jacobs. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the audience, he had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mariota's throw taken in by Bourne. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. Now here's the option play going left. Dancing away at the 35. Finding his way down to about the 35-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This from 52, and this for the win. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
From the 6. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Chicago,
they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year.